Join us at the Penn Center Heritage Days Festival as we learn about the Gullah history and the celebration of the history of Penn Center. I'm with Gardenia Simmons-White, who is going to tell us about the Heritage Festival going on. We're so excited. It looks like such a wonderful time. Tell us, what started 37 years ago getting this festival started?
Well, Penn School, during the Penn School era, we had harvest days. And harvest days was when everybody brought the agricultural stuff. We had baby days there, we had barbecue. And then when Emory Campbell came on board, we called it Heritage Days. So it started from, during Penn School time it was harvest days, but now it is Heritage Days. And Heritage Days basically is to recognize our culture and to educate everyone about our heritage, our culture and our heritage. So that's why it's called Heritage Days.
Now, for somebody who might not be familiar with Penn School, please tell us the history of Penn School, because it's very significant to this area and the history of the people.
Well, Penn School was the very first school for the newly freed enslaved people. The slaves were freed in 1862, and they needed to be educated so that they could be independent and self-sufficient. So Laura Towne and Ellen Murray started Penn School. They were sent from the Freedmen's Bureau to educate the newly freed enslaved people. It started in one of the sharecroppers' living room with 9 students. And then when they outgrew that, they went to Brick Baptist Church, which is the oldest church here on the island. And when they outgrew that, then we have 3 prefab buildings was sent from Pennsylvania, and that was our first Penn School building. So basically, Penn School was actually started to educate the newly freed enslaved people so they could be independent, self-sufficient, and educated. And the key was education.
And during the festival, the food smells. I wish I could share with our viewers the scents that we're smelling. The food smells amazing. We're going to have food, there'll be activities for children. And while that's just temporary, you do have things going on all year. Can you tell us, if someone is interested in getting involved after the festival, how can they find out information about coming and viewing this area and learning?
Number one, well, I volunteer, in the Welcome Center because I'm a Penn alumni. We need volunteers so they can learn about our culture, and I came to give back to people who did not leave St. Helena Island, so they can volunteer. So we have the program for academic achievement, we have the conference center, we have the history and culture, which basically keep everyone abreast of our culture. The books that we have in our bookstore are concentrated on our Gullah culture so people can read about it, because we weren't in the history book, so this is what we do here. Mm-hmm.
And they can find all of the links for this information on your website?
Oh, it's on the website, penncenter.com. We also have the parade on Saturday, which is, we have about 70 units, and actually our theme this year is reaching back to wisdom and looking forward to positive changes. And we have to do that because we have to rely on, back then, our wisdom of our elders, and then we have to educate the kids to pass it on. So what kind of positive change are you going to make for your community and for your people? And we also would like to educate our children about their culture so they can know, if you don't know where you came from, how could you know where you're going? So education is the key.
Reporting from the Penn Center Heritage Days, I'm Sandy Schultz for WHHI Beaufort News.